Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for kickoffs and kick-ons.
All right, I think we are ready for the show. Everybody is absolutely super pumped, so let me say hello and welcome to the most wonderful
Great start, Prof.
Here you go. Keep it rolling. It's been a long weekend for the Professorus. Hello and welcome to the most wonderful rugby podcast on the planet. Kickoffs and kick-ons. Let me, first and foremost, thank Maya. I should do this at the top of every show. Without Maya, without my store, we wouldn't exist, gents. To Maya. Wonderful people. Now, the Wallabies, those gallant gents in green and gold, 21-0 down after 16 minutes. They were. The All Blacks all jacked and having an almighty crack, but they dug in. And I'm pretty sure after being inspired by Lee Kernaghan's waltzing Matilda at halftime, as we all were, they fought their way back and almost got it done. Only going down by 3 points, 31-28. We'll get into that in the pod. And of course, we can't forget the win Pumas, a win for the ages over the world champion Springboks there at Estadio Único Madro de Claudios, 29-28. Ciudades. Thank you, Ole.
Thank you, Ole.
You're getting good at that.
Sorry, say that?
You're getting very good at that. Sounds Spanish.
Well, let me say this. 3 horas por la Pumas. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Grazie. Was that a time?
Durian.
More of that on the pod.
Yeah.
Also, the Pacific Nations final, the Northern Hemisphere legends are back at it, and the Wallaroos, they took on Wales and sadly lost. So much ruggers to talk about. Time to introduce the buggers that are going to do it. Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I like today's theme.
What is
Yeah, I
it?
bet you do.
I came up with it. It's famous women from the 90s that I had a big thing for.
Okay.
I couldn't think of a theme.
Sure.
And that one just came to you?
Yeah, well, Hugo was doing a bit of dirty Googling, and he was doing Shannon Elizabeth, and then I thought,
Oh, American Pie.
American Pie. I believe shaved is the expression. Because this is what...
Again?
Hugo just sits in the studio for most of the day, just Googling dodgy things, and as a result, memories flooded back, gents.
Okay.
And so that's today's
This will be insightful.
theme. First of all, our Claudia Schiffer. A supermodel, very, very good looking, tall, and being married to David Copperfield was a lover of magic. And I've never seen a man make a 50 disappear into a pokey quicker than this bloke. Also, she's German, so you know she's into some freaky shit involving a tarpaulin. It's Adam Ashley Cooper.
Claws. Well, I'll take that.
She was stunning, wasn't
Jeez,
she?
that took you back there.
Yeah. Mrs. Henderson, my high school teacher.
Oh, this is me. You just gave me the nod.
Lovely dimples, great rump. Looked epic in a tight pair of capri pants. Taught me lots of things, always educating me, very worldly and very experienced. Taught me all about PE, in particular rugby. Also taught me about sex education. Some of those little vids, Drew. She just made me think anything was possible. Anyway, she lost her job for calling the principal champ, which was a shame, and ended up having to teach sex ed classes on the internet. So our Mrs. Henderson...
Yeah. No, thanks for the intro, champ.
Our Martina Hingis. Go on, fellas. We all had a little something
When
for
did
Martina.
you have something for Martina?
Are you joking?
Your sister G up.
No, 1996 to 2000.
You go Steffi Graf before Martina
Are you-
Hingis,
you-
wouldn't you?
Yeah, but you're doing jokes there. Martina, the Swiss Miss.
Anyway, I'll let you joke go.
No,
Go for
it's
it.
not. Okay. A supreme athlete, still amazingly fit in retirement. 5'7". At one stage was easily the best in her sport. Still hangs out all the time with Patty Schneider and Sylvia Plichky, two tennis players who people kind of sort of remember. And loves grunting on the forehand stroke. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Giddo.
Hey, Martina.
Martina Giddo.
Honestly, Steffi over Martina.
Yep.
Well,
She
let's
got
go back
stabbed,
to that.
didn't she?
Who was your,
Yeah.
when you were a young teenage boy, maybe if you had, posters in your room or, back in the day when you used to cover your
your
exercise
diary or
books
your
at
book,
work,
yeah.
Or not at work, at school. Who was your little teenage crush?
Geez, we're going back. But if we're choosing out of Martina and Steffi.
Yep.
She had great pins.
Oh.
Tan, great pins, great rig,
See,
great backhand.
but we're
I more loved the style of tennis she played.
Is that right?
Aggressive.
Okay.
But I know what you're saying. It's those prime years, 14 to 18.
Yep.
A lot of time in your bedroom on your own.
Nev Campbell for me. Is it Nev or Neve?
Neve.
Yeah.
Neve.
Yeah. I got it.
That's why I didn't get a date called a Nev.
It's very Australian.
Yeah.
When you're trying to
G'day,
message her on
Nev.
ICQ.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like now. No, I don't see it. But back then, yeah, I was crazy for it.
Mine was all. I used to get upset when I would see that this lady was in a relationship. Like I was pretty deep, fellas.
Oh, that.
Were
we
you
were
sending
talking about
her
this on the
stuff?
weekend.
Yeah, it was Anna Kournikova.
Yeah.
And when she started hooking up with Enrique Iglesias, I think I actually got upset.
Was that at those ages? That wasn't 14 to 18 though, was it?
I think it might have been. I mean, I don't know around the time that she might have been. I might have been 23 when she started dating Enrique. I still got upset.
Yeah.
But I remember growing up, I was like quite infatuated / obsessed.
I wouldn't say slash.
Yeah.
There you go. I think
Yeah.
they're still married,
Anna
her and
Kournikova. Yeah, they are.
Enrique.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I just thought,
I reckon if you slid into Anna's DM, said, "G'day, Drew Mitchell.
g'day.
What are you up to?" I think she'd reply.
I don't think so. Well, maybe we'll try through the week.
You're a bit gun shy now because of Aaron Smith, aren't you?
Yeah, I am a little bit.
And yes, I was Martina Hingis. That was me. I know you think I'm joking. There was something
I know
about
you're
her.
joking. Like,
I'm not joking.
Really?
Yeah, I
Yeah, good
had
on ya.
pictures
What
on my
about
diary.
Did you ever?
oh, sweet,
You
definitely.
only told us Steffi over Martina.
No, I don't. Not off the top of my head. Just not.
There's not much on the top of your head, is
No,
there?
there's not.
All right. Well, now I'm about to do. We're very excited about our beer sponsor, but Hugo has asked me to pause for a moment because he has something that he wants to say to the group. I'm hoping that this might be him saying we're not doing it in this studio anymore. But
He's on
so
camera.
Oh,
grab a mic.
on the show.
Yeah, this is a surprise
Hang
for
on,
us,
so-
boys.
Did this get signed off by all of us?
well, it's been signed off by nobody, so this better be fucking good, Hugo.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just wanted to come in today and say how much I appreciate you guys. It's been a really long year.
Mm.
We've been going for a long time now.
Love you.
Tempers
long
have been
time.
frayed lately.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do something nice for us all. So if you'll bear with me, I've got a present.
I'll bear with you. I love
Just-
presents.
I actually thought you were going to do the right thing and quit.
So
might be the
Hugo.
present.
If you're listening, Hugo has now exited the room.
Or come out.
He's-
Either
Either one.
It's not an issue, but like.
No, and now he's okay, and he actually has a gift here, and it's wrapped. Okay,
Sure.
open it, Drew.
I don't know how we all share this, but go for it.
Do you want me to open it?
Yeah.
you open it.
Okay.
If you want to hold Drew's mic there for him, swoop. Or
Yeah,
not, you can
sure.
just-
I wouldn't mind just keeping a bit of distance here. This could be anything.
Is it the fact that it's wrapped in caution tape?
Yeah.
That's maybe a giveaway or?
Didn't have any ribbon.
Okay, so it's a white box.
Well,
There's
he's locked it
caution
down with a
tape
bit
on
of
it.
tape too.
Tell me you
that's
didn't sticky
sticky
tape that because this is. Oh, okay, that's pretty quick. He's now opening it, and it is. What have we got? There's bubble wrap. What is it?
Fellas, the boys are on. We've got an egg.
Oh, yeah,
It's the air conditioning remote.
Yes.
They said it would never happen. Now, obviously, we're celebrating pretty early here. Can you hit the button? Oh, did a light just go off because it's too hot? Yes. Okay, a light's just gone off. We better cool it down. Please work. Seriously. Okay.
No, don't do
say
that.
that, Hugo. He said he's
Hugo.
going to hurt himself if it doesn't work. Just, can you hit the button here for us, Drew?
I don't know if it's working, fellas. Every time I push. Oh no. Every
Have
time
you-
I push for the
wait,
temperature to
are
go
there
down, it
batteries
turns
in
off.
there? Should we check the batteries?
Oh, God.
Are you actually being funny now, Hugo? Just a bit?
No. I don't think Humour's his go. He's more of a drama actor.
Okay. So
Told you. Look at this. Look at the
It's
acting
not
here.
working.
It's amazing.
So
Almost has me
Hugo's
believing.
panicking.
You know where you can stick that gift, Hugo?
Anyway, they say it's a thought that counts. You know those people.
Yeah.
Hang on.
There we go. Oh, Hugo, well done, mate. Thank you.
Oh, it's about time.
Great present.
Actually,
May need a jumper.
yeah, it's a bit
little
cold in here
cool.
now.
Absolutely. It smells a bit damp. There might be a bit of mildew in there. Is that what that smell is? Might be. You know what it might be? It might be, what's that thing that, it's like black mold. Yeah, that'll kill us. All right, beer sponsor announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our own beer. Look at this. Ho-ho. Gentlemen,
Yo.
it is the Kickoffs and Kick-Ons Premium Mid Larger, and it tastes delightful. It tastes like I'm drinking the Wallabies.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
How good is it to drink the Wallabies?
Yeah.
Drink it all, and it's the best thing I've ever tasted. Easy drinking every time is what we've worked out.
Yeah.
Edit. You can see it here. Easy Times Beer Co. They're up there in Brisbane. Make sure you get in there. If you walk in and you go, "Cuckoo," they'll ask you to be quiet. So don't do that. Also, pre-sale. You can buy these right now for the next 11 days. You could be sitting at your barbecue drinking a KOKO beer. Imagine that while you're watching the next Bledisloe over there in Wellington, watching us schmidt it in over there.
I don't think they'll have it by then, but later on the spring tour.
On the spring tour. Is that
Yeah.
right, Ol? Sorry, mate. I got pre-sale. Pre-sale closes, then you'll get it at some point. Also, head to easytimes.beer/KOKO to get yours right now before they sell out. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's only in Australia. But at the point where there is lots of support for us and this beer, they will then make it international.
Is that right?
Yeah. All 208 countries. That's what they told me.
Who do you reckon would be the first country
Equatorial
out of
Guinea?
Australia to order it?
South Africa?
Yeah, I'd say South Africa.
I guess so. Anyway, you can follow them at easytimes.beerco on all socials. Wow, I mean, that is massive.
Yeah,
gents.
it is
That's-
great.
But it
for the
feels
support.
nice.
Yeah.
You like it?
Look, even on the side of the can, welcome to the home of schmitting it in.
Yep.
Oh, mine doesn't say that.
What does yours say?
Mine's got a rugby show like no other, filled with hot takes, piss takes, and good mates.
Oh, it doubles up on the takes.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Hot
I'm not a big
takes,
fan on
piss
the double
takes.
take, but anyway.
Yeah. What do you do? But
Whoever
you know what I like?
I wrote that. in
The
a hurry.
the packaging.
Shit.
I think
Yeah.
we listen to the beer consumer, right? You know the normal slab's a little bit too long. We've just shortened it up a little.
Yeah.
This is the perfect square.
It's a stumpy slab. I
It's-
love it.
Yeah, easy to
4x4.
4x4, mate. Nice and symmetrical. I like that. Well done to us.
And just a reminder that there is a little bit of DNA of each of... Is it just you three Wallabies, or is it every Wallaby that ever played?
All of them.
I think
all
it
of
was
them?
everyone.
I mean, all of the living wallabies at this point. We haven't.
We haven't exhumed anyone.
No.
Yet? I like what you're thinking. I've got written here, how was the weekend, gents? Gits, let's
My
start
weekend?
with you.
Phenomenal. Came up Thursday night. Spent the night with Bivvy. We went to Hurricanes.
Yeah, we did. Some
How
ribs.
good's Hurricanes? In Bondi?
Yes.
Oh,
And we just hang around the
Full
the good
rack?
areas. I went the full rack, but I split it up. Half beef, half pork.
Smart.
Should have just gone full pork.
Really?
The pork was amazing.
Was
yeah.
it?
do you get a side sauce? Do you do a mushroom or a peri-peri? Black pepper?
Really?
Yeah,
For the ribs.
Yeah, because I'll dip it in. I'll do a double.
On top of the
Yeah.
sauce
Double
that it's
sauce.
been
I tend
marinating
to
for
go
the
the
last
hot
48
sauce.
hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
It's greedy.
That's,
Well, it's not. Well, I just like a little bit of spice, bit of kick.
yeah, I should have packed the Cayenne. I had the Cayenne back at Drew's. I didn't bring it
It's
down.
not like you to travel without your
No, I brought it.
Cayenne.
I brought it, son. But we didn't. When we walked down, I didn't know where we were going to eat because we were just walking, and then we chose it. Anyway, so did that. Friday we went to there was a luncheon.
Bledisloe lunch at the
Bledisloe
High
lunch,
Regency.
Yep. And what did we do Friday night? I can't remember. Did
We
we,
had
do
a live
anything
show.
Friday night?
We had a live show.
We did. I just went straight into work mode, so I wasn't even thinking.
Yes.
Next thing I know, it's Saturday morning. I go to the test.
And it was a great live show.
Yeah.
It was well received. You three were magnificent.
It was a great night.
I thought our entrance was a bit ordinary though. That I'm a bit upset we didn't nail that TikTok.
Oh, yeah,
we
the
wanted
little
to do.
on the shoulder
That's
thing.
right. There was a TikTok move you
We
guys.
nailed it after, but
You
the
did.
fresh.
And I tell you, KB, Curtly Beale and Nard, Bernard Foley came up and they sat on the couch for about half an hour and they were very good. A very candid chat with those two.
Yeah. No, good. No, great. Great to be just to get them involved. I don't think they were really wanting to get up, but
No.
peer pressure's a wonderful thing.
Oh, they're not invoicing us, are they?
no,
'Cause
no,
we
no.
can't. Fantastic.
No. Yeah.
And that was it. Then
Well-
son drove back down after the test.
But obviously, at the test, you
yes.
did something very special.
I did something very, very special. I had I was given the privilege of delivering the Bledisloe Cup trophy. Myself and Lockie, I was driving for Defender, obviously a major supporter of the Australian rugby, so I drove the Defender, which handles magnificently.
Oh, it's a great car.
But opening up the door, it was so easy to open the door for Lockie when he got out.
Yeah.
So I pulled Lockie out. We had a photo. Then Lockie and his little brother Freddie was there as well. They followed us down. We took a photo. I put the trophy down and didn't touch it.
Because
I know
we
you
discussed
boys were
this.
watching me close.
Sweet, we discussed this in the match review on Sunday when the three of us did it. He was talking about the You used a scarf, didn't you, Gits?
I did.
Well, and then something happened at the end with the scarf?
Yeah, so, well, the whole point, I didn't want to touch the trophy because we'd had the opportunity to compete for that and we never won it. So I felt like I didn't really have the right to touch it, skin on the trophy. So I thought of a way to where I could still hold it. It'd look natural, but no one would pick up on it. And I had the scarf that were around in those corporate rooms, grabbed it, 2 hands on the trophy. As I put it down, this bottom hand still had a fair bit of slack, fair bit of scarf, because I didn't want to touch the trophy inside. So I had lots of give. And then when I put it down, the scarf stuck. And with the trophy.
Good news for you is we've got the vision of it now.
Oh,
so
great.
have a little look at this. If you're listening, here's Gits.
Oh.
And look,
The head noise, it was like, I'm thinking, I'm going to tip this over. I'm going to pull it over.
Because you know what would have happened if you tipped it over? Then you would have had to touch the
Would have
trophy.
had to.
Yeah.
I basically would have had to cuddle it. Anyway, seamless.
good on you.
And that was my weekend.
Very good. So, massive thanks to Defender for all their support this year. We have loved making them a part of our team, and hopefully that continues long into next year.
Absolutely.
Drew,
Yeah.
did you basically do all the same things?
No, similar. Yeah, we obviously went to Hurricanes Friday lunch, Friday night show. We went. You went home after that. You went into Double Bay to the Intercom where you were staying with the All Blacks. We went into Bondi just to, keep wetting the whistle. I had a couple more there, and I was like, you know what, I've had enough. I made a good decision. Got a line bike, and I rode home. And then I got a pizza and a pasta. And,
how good.
And just indulged in the lounge. But then Saturday, we were going out with a bunch of friends. Adam, Anna, Pete and Jess. There's a bunch of us, about 8 of us. So we hired this really obnoxious van.
Sprinter van.
Yeah, it was like a Sprinter. It's like a Mercedes thing. But inside, it was like a private jet. So we got picked up on the North Bondi bus loop where there's a Bledisloe. We absolutely filled this thing with all types of pre-mixed drinks. Unfortunately, we didn't have any easy times otherwise, but now we will because we're going to get those on the pre-order. But fill up the bus, and this thing had karaoke. It had air conditioning.
Have you got vision that we can pop in here?
Yeah,
Have you guys on it? Great, pop it in here.
We'll
Here you
sing
go.
on the way out. On the way home, we're watching William Pike and race in
Jeezy went well, Pikey.
in Belmont, and then we're watching the AFL prelim. It was just a fantastic time with friends. It's the only way I'd go to the footy now.
You couldn't do it any other way. It's very warm in here, Hugo. Is that aircon or is that just me?
Oh, no, I
coming
think it's
down a
you
notch.
because down my side,
Bit cold.
I feel like I'm back in Canberra, yeah.
Ah, right. So we don't have, what's it called? Like area control where you can have different areas.
Clearly, it's not swinging. Maybe it's
Yeah,
just
I'm
directed
not
on.
swinging the sun, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
You, Swoop?
Pretty much everything that he did, and a little bit more.
You got a bit of bark off your nose there, bro.
Bit of bark off my nose. Yeah, I think it's maybe the kids were throwing Tupperware containers in the shower,
Yeah.
play water bombs.
In the
and-
shower.
You know when you shower and you get sweat, just more bark comes off.
Something I
every
know
time.
all about.
still
I've only
shower
just
the
had the
kids when you
possum
babysit?
scar gone.
No, but actually, Prof thought I went to burn off a
Yeah,
couple
well,
of,
a couple of the
yes.
serotonin,
Whatever they
whatever
are.
it was. Yeah.
wasn't that. But
What did you do Sunday?
great
'Cause
weekend.
We didn't see you on Sunday, so
Sunday, kids swimming, kids pick up, bit of babysitting. Then we caught up with Andy and Em, Andy Ellis and his wife, who I spent a bit of time with in Japan. They were obviously over for the game. We just had a nice little lunch with them before they flew out back to New Zealand.
Did you said you ran to the All Blacks at the Intercontinental. Did you
Well,
give them any shade
I
or?
was staying at the exact same hotel, so it was unavoidable. But it's always awkward when you see them there. Okay, yeah.
didn't you say you had breakfast with Scott Barrett and Sever Reese on
Well,
the morning of the game?
as I'm filling up, I actually was going to skip breakfast, which is my most famous, my favourite meal.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to have that awkwardness, so I was almost going to skip it. But I said, you know what, kids, show a bit of character. Go down and get yourself some porridge, get some eggs, which I did. And as I was doing it, Sevu Reese, Scott Barrett said, I don't know either of them well, obviously know who they are. I just, g'day, how are you? They say, good luck. I said, thanks. And I just grab my plate and you walk off. It's just awkward. I don't enjoy it.
Could you have put something in their food?
Oh, Prof.
There's a history of that in rugby union. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was a
Not in
famous.
Australia, mate. We play straight down the line.
Okay.
We're fair.
All right, very good. Hey, there is a segment that is sweeping the internet, and we did it last week. We did 3 segments, and a few people voted, and this one came out on top, but all 3 segments will survive. So
okay.
Get Fits with Gits.
Oh.
Sundays are for Swoop and Dear Drew. So we thought we'd run with Dear Drew first and foremost. Basically, we're asking people to call in. We've got a KOKO hotline. Drew is a man that has spent many flying hours in a therapist's chair, is the best way to describe it. So if you've got any question, any quandary, anything that you want to pose for our man here, Drew, he will answer it.
Have we got someone on the line, do we?
We
Best
have
not to be about rugby, though,
Yeah.
moving forward,
he
because
doesn't
I
know
want to
anything about
learn
rugby.
something here as well. Not that I don't learn your rugby knowledge,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're amazing. But I would like to hear more
It's not the
around
premise
life.
of this
Yeah,
segment.
yeah.
All right, well, let's roll on the first one here, please, Thomas.
Dear Drew, I'm helping coach an under-18s rugby union side, and I need help connecting with them on a mental and spiritual level. I've gone with bribing them with alcohol. Most of them are 18. Is there anything else I can do?
Right, most are 18. Okay.
He didn't leave his name, which is interesting. Anonymous.
Yeah. I don't know about if connecting, like if you want to connect with them, if bribing them is the way to go about it. I think he's got to find a way to, like he said, connect so that they want to do it for him. Not because there's a carrot, not because there's a risk of losing something. They've got to buy in because they want to, not because there's
Do you have a
fear.
junior coach that you had, when you were younger, even your Colts or whatever, where you were like, I love this bloke. Was there something he did?
You know what? I remembered my first club coach at Pine of Pumas, Scott Brown. I used to just say sorry every time I did something wrong. I'd say, like I'd drop the ball, I'd miss a ruck or something. I'd go, sorry. And it got to the point where he goes, don't fucking apologise, just fix it. I'm obviously...
So you just say sorry and then not move on? You'd be
well,
stuck
I'd
in
try
mud.
to move on, but
Oh, got
I'd
you.
just say sorry on the way to
being
moving
polite.
on. So I'm obviously not traumatised by that.
What about, like, say, getting them to, like, paint the fence?
No, yeah, I think
Miyagi.
yeah, well, he's got to find something away from footy.
Yeah.
Find some, just put them in a situation or an environment where they all enjoy themselves. They all are slightly vulnerable, but they all doing that together. So then they connect through that.
So, like, all of them in a hot tub with the
Not
coach?
Not that.
Not that? No.
But yeah, I think that it's about being vulnerable.
Okay.
And that, I would say that in anything, guys. There's power in vulnerability, but it's doing it collectively. And also the coach has to maybe he's got to be the first one to go with the vulnerability.
Swoop,
And just lead.
you are the coach in the group here.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
I would. How did you used to make your players vulnerable?
Well, we're in LA, a bit of vulnerability over there. No, I mean, I think it's just about finding, like Drew said, finding a different environment where they're forged to connect in a different way, where the bonds that they are forging on the field are a little bit stronger because there's a little bit, you're learning about different elements of your mate's life, upbringing, whatever it is, background, history. So there's a different level of respect. I think when you connect on a deeper level, you're kind of just gritting your teeth for a little bit longer in a field when you know that a little bit more about your teammate that you're playing with.
Which is what Czech used to do, right?
Yeah. Well, we've done it before in World Cup camps. So we went to the Army camp before 2007, went up, hiking mountains, got vulnerable, all that sort of stuff, and then it brings you tighter. So then you can have the alcohol with them once you're celebrating.
Once you've won the comp, because
Yes.
you've made them vulnerable
Yeah.
during the Army camp. Very good. Hey, we got question number 2 here. This is my favourite.
Okay.
Dear Drew, can you ask Gits this question? What biscuit best describes his personality and why? Cheers.
What's a buscut?
Yeah.
He said, ask Gots, which Boscott best describes his person. Boscott.
Hit me with a cookie, son. I think he's asking which cookie, biscuit.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah,
He said to ask Guts.
Oh, I thought he said your guts. Ask guts. What's your best
I think we're
cookie?
going to get torn apart for taking apart his accent.
Yeah, no, it's a lovely accent. I love it. Which one would best describe me?
but you got to.
Maybe. Gee, that's a pretty ordinary question.
Well,
isn't it?
maybe an Oreo.
An Oreo's
Oh, yeah.
good.
Yeah, because if you got time with Gits, you just want to split him apart a little bit.
And lick the
You-
cream.
you eat the
And
fir-
lick the cream.
Yeah, you eat the first bit first. All right. You may want to dunk him in a little bit,
Yeah.
but then just when it comes to the cream, you're taking your time with that, aren't you?
And just
I'm happy to go with that. And also the Oreos, I love it from Rounders. And Teddy, he'd split. That was his tell. If he had a good hand or something. You seen Rounders?
Not familiar, no.
Oh, you've lost the plot. You seen that? Yeah, you know.
what's your
Give him his money.
Yeah, pay him. Pay
him.
that man his money.
if you were a biscuit? Strawberry mallow,
No, what are those?
ice vovo.
Nice Vovo, yeah,
They're
maybe
good.
that.
Nice
Just
Bit of
really?
coconut,
bit soft
bit of-
around the edges,
Classic.
bit flaky,
Yeah, but
I
hard
don't
on the
find them that
underside.
delicious, and you're delicious.
bit of hard foundation.
Yeah.
Solid foundation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swoop, would you?
Good old Anzac Bicky, you know. Yeah, he's either going to come hard or soft. You don't really know what you're going to get. They all come from a different batch. You know, they're all homemade.
Yeah.
Do you prefer a soft one or a hard one?
The hybrid, you know, the ones
Yeah,
that
the
are
soft centre
Ah,
but crunchy
yeah.
on the outside. Yep.
That's when you know you've got it right.
Yep.
Okay.
And
And
you?
probably a ginger nut.
Yeah.
It's when you get all the assorted and there's just the 7 ginger
I
nuts
was going to
left
think
there.
you're
And
more of a one of those ones you split down
Oh,
the
Scotch finger.
You're a Scotch finger.
Oh,
Because
That's
it
so
just crumbles
plain.
and falls apart.
So plain.
it never
yeah.
goes
like
the
you
way
do
you
when we
want
go
it to.
on our away trips.
And then you're like, which one do I... fuck it. I don't want any of them.
I'll grab a different biscuit. Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
you know your biscuits.
Yeah.
You're
You
good
do.
at this segment.
Very good question, please. If you've got a question for dear Drew, call the KOKO hotline plus 612 840 57983. International calling fees do account. So if you're calling from South Africa, it's about $170 a minute. Is that right, Ollie? No. It's all. I think it's cheap. Make sure you call and please
Just
leave.
check your plan. You probably got international calls or something.
Hey, gents, we have a massive announcement. I know we had the big beer announcement. We've become the show for big announcements. We are off to, ready for it, the Dubai Sevens, everybody. Holy
Going again, are we?
We are going again.
Yeah.
Such fond memories of the last time we went to the Sevens.
Yep.
This time it's in Dubai.
Yes.
Let me say this. The Emirates Dubai Sevens is on the 29th of November to the 1st of December. It's at Dubai's iconic Sevens Stadium. It's the first leg of the HSBC Sevens 2024-2025 series. It's the first time teams will be playing against each other since the Olympics this summer gets.
Well, I just came back from Dubai.
You did.
Beautiful spot, but there were whispers. There's other big performing acts and things to do around the rugby.
Well, Guts, there will be 2 international music headliners, one on Saturday evening and one on Sunday evening. I can't reveal the names.
Go on.
One of them might sound like Lee Kernigan. Might. Swoop,
What?
your line's next. It says, what
What?
if I am having to babysit?
Am I going to have to babysit?
Oh, you need to come with a bit more energy.
Come
than
in.
that.
Come
know,
with
that's
some
what's
fire.
funny about it. Okay.
No, I like.
Yeah.
Nah, you know. You go.
Don't tell me I have to babysit again.
Yes. No. Also, it is so much more than just a rugby tournament. It is very family friendly, Swoop, with a kids zone on site featuring activities and experiences for kids and teenagers of all ages. Perfect for babysitting, Swoop.
I mean, that sounds amazing, but what are we doing over there?
Well, Drew, glad you asked. There is lots to come on that, but I can tell you there will be a masterclass. That's you 3.
Yeah.
Teaching a masterclass.
Are we?
I think it's in rugby. It might be cooking. No, I'm assuming it's rugby.
Yep.
And also, we will be recording a podcast live in the Sunroom.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Sunroom ticket holders will get the chance to watch the guys on stage. That's us during the recording. I believe that is on the Sunday.
I think that's going to be pretty decent, that one. There's a lot of expats. When I was over there, I went to the lunch to launch 3 months out from the tickets being sold. And I thought it was just going to be 100 people. 820 people at the lunch.
Jeez.
Well,
We're not going to have that many when we're recording the
No,
podcast,
no.
are we?
Well, I hope so.
We're gonna have
that
to-
would be lovely.
Head to www.emiratesdubai7s.com to get your tickets now. It will be epic.
It is a great tournament.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can't wait.
Have you
All
been
the
to
Sevens are great.
I've not done Dubai
Did you
Sevens.
I
No.
played.
Yeah.
Dubai Sevens?
What year? was it?
2004.
4, yeah. It's a great tournament.
Great tournament.
Fantastic.
I've been
tournament.
through Dubai. I've never actually spent time in the city. Yeah, So
We've
I'm pretty pumped.
we've been.
A couple of times.
Yeah. Went up and
Atlanta's
had
bum.
dinner up at the top of the Burj Al Arab.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, that set you back.
Well,
Well,
didn't set him back anything.
I
Old mate forgot his
organised
wallet.
it. I organised it, booked it. Went there. We had shorts on. They said, "Oh, you can't get in. You need trousers." So we went and borrowed some trousers. Had this amazing meal. $50 gold flaked cappuccino.
That's
to
right.
finish.
Yeah, I remember.
Just to
that.
finish. Yeah, you're drinking gold flakes or something. Anyway, I forgot my wallet, so Swoop had to pay for it.
How much was it?
Oh, I was up there. Probably, what? It was a couple.
Yeah,
It was a couple.
good 2.5K, I reckon.
Yeah.
Did he pay you back?
No.
It all comes around roundabouts.
Yeah, we're going back.
Comes out the wash.
Yeah.
We're going
yeah.
back.
There you
So
go.
you go. I'll be on the table next to you guys with Prof.
Perfect.
And I'll forget my wallet.
Yes, I'll get us this first time.
Thank you, mate.
And then when we go back
Next time?
Next time.
Fantastic. Hey, I've got social snitches written here, Tommy. Been a little while since we had a social
Ooh.
snitch.
Oh, wow.
Goodness me. This one comes from, it's
this
a
makes
quick
me
social
nervous.
snitch, very quick, from a guy called Adam in Bondi. It's a
Oh, you're
still of
kidding.
Gits in long shorts at
jeez.
Wallabies.
Oh,
How
wow.
good are the three
Oh,
quarters?
I think we were about to. That's usually the golf day that you do in Coffs Harbour there.
Yeah,
Remember
up at
that one?
Bonneville.
Yeah.
I just talk me through the selection of the long short but the high sock.
Well, I think in those days that's not considered a long short. That's just a short. But now we've gone above the knee. Remember, boardies used to be below
Yeah.
knee. You
Yeah.
loved them, Swoop.
Oh, yeah. They'll do
Okay, and Elton Flatley there on the left. Does he have his ankle strapped or is that his tan?
I think it could be his sock tan.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Because those Canterbury socks at the time, remember you had the ones
Yeah.
that were really small that you'd put under your
Yeah.
boots, but then you've got the high ones, which I've chosen to go on with, and there was a mid-range there. I can't believe how much taller I am than Flats. He was a
and
midget,
even-
wasn't he?
and Chris Whittaker's even towering over you.
Yeah, but Wits, he's a giant.
Yeah.
How big would Wits be?
Oh, maybe
Oh,
190.
5'7".
192 metres, I reckon.
Yeah.
He's up there.
All right, thank you, social snitches. Send them in.
Adam, you arsehole.
And a big thanks to Adam from Bondi.
Adam from Bondi.
All right,
And
hey,
Ashley
it's
Cooper
time now.
from
We have
Bondi.
Surprised I don't know him.
we have a special guest coming on today. It's none other than the, I want to say, 2011 World Cup champion fly half from the mighty All Blacks. Stephen Beaver Donald will be joining us very,
Beaver.
very shortly.
The beef.
The real Beaver.
Well,
real
yeah,
Beaver.
let's maybe see.
We did book that Beaver. We didn't book Steve Menzies, did we?
Oh, no, I was
Eddie
thinking
Jones.
Eddie Jones.
There's a lot of
He's the
beavers
Beaver.
out there.
We don't
mate.
talk league, mate. Especially not Manly League.
Yeah, yuck.
Like, you know, like they're out. They lost.
Losers.
Okay, all right,
You know what I mean?
guys.
Yeah.
You're really piling on the old prof today, aren't
Yeah.
you?
But it's
Started
so
with
hard
biscuits.
because I don't want to rip
Started
into
with
Swoop.
God, what?
Since I've been nice to Swoop and Hugo, it gets to a point where it's just got to go somewhere.
and it
And he's
never
looking
goes
directly
on
across
Drew's.
it.
No,
does
can't
it?
go.
No, it
Never.
doesn't go on me.
Can't.
It's all at the prof. That's okay. I can handle it. Very, very thin skin. All right. Rugby Roundup segment part 1.
He looks fucking amazing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Did you just say you had a big day on the tools? You worked 3 hours. Is that all you work every day?
Drew, mate. I mean, I keep the piss company alive, but then it's radio.
Yeah, all right. You keep it alive by what? Drinking it?
I don't have time, mate. I don't have time. It's the real world I'm in.
Mate, there's no judgment. We've just got our own beer, actually. I'll be indulging quite a lot.
Now,
What's going on with the midstreams? 3.5, I see.
Yeah.
We got
Responsible.
to keep a Swoop on a tight leash. Give him full strength. It's fucking game over.
thanks for coming on, Beaver. You've seen how this works, maybe. Tommy writes a rather insulting introduction. Never shows his face. We read it, and then we just move on. You ready for that?
I'll move on.
Perfect. Here we go. This week, our special guest on the KOKO Show is one of New Zealand's favourite and somewhat forgotten sons, Tommy. He will forever be known as the weighty whitebait fisherman turned national hero, the chunky fourth choice who trotted out into Eden Park in what can only be described as an All Blacks-inspired sun-safe rashie and single-handedly ended the Second French Revolution. The history books will regale stories of bravery and overcoming adversity, but let's be honest, this fella was 3 inches away from clanging that fucker off the right post and having to move to Australia forever. However, this cult hero was not only a footy wizard from Waikato, but he is widely considered as one of the best blokes in world rugby. So please put your hands together for the wholesome hairy Beaver, New Zealand's favourite first five to record a perfect 10 on the really fucking lucky meter. And he is the only man to ooze sexy with the middle name Rexy. Please welcome Mr. Stephen Donald.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Great intro.
The wholesome hairy Beaver.
I love it. Are you
I'm
ready?
glad that's what you took out of that, Gits. I don't know where to start with that intro, but Chunky was good. You pride yourself on being a nick all your life, and then the one game that anyone remembers for you're grossly overweight. So, no.
Well, I don't know if you're overweight, mate. I thought it was probably more the size of the jersey than the size of you. I think that was probably the injustice.
Well, they were going off the previous year's sizings when I was in the team, and then when I missed out on the team, I obviously spat the dummy and drank myself through the World Cup, and then they needed me back, and I was in no shape to be playing footy, Drew. So it was all my own doing, unfortunately.
Is there any chance you'll get called into the current All Blacks side?
No, don't you touch David. David's he'll be right. No, not at all.
No, you said you just did 3 hours talking rugby in New Zealand. You do it for SEN over there on the drive show. How is New Zealand going? Is a 3-point victory against Australia, what is that, like a 40-point loss? How do you count that?
You would have thought we lost. Not a whole lot of positivity on the old text machine when the punters are coming in, but it's a strange world that the boys operate in. I mean, they got the job done, and you'd think they've caused a massive issue as far as our economy and world peace has gone. It's a massive catastrophe at the moment in this country.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously there's a fair bit of chat around, where the All Blacks are, some of the selections, Scott Robertson and him coming in where he's at or how capable he is. Where do you think the All Blacks are at, mate?
Well, it's like I think Scott Robertson's what we needed at the time. Rugby over here was in a funny place. Like we got a lot more competition for the kids than we've ever had, and it's sort of it was a breath of fresh air. But unfortunately, at the moment, things just aren't going. We all just presumed that he was going to come in and we were going to play this exciting footy, and it was all just going to be a walk in the park, I think. And then obviously England almost got us. South Africa, we lost a couple, and now the Wallabies aren't as good as they were when these three superstars were sitting there. So a lot of people thought it was going to be a walk in the park on Saturday, and sort of shocked the country a bit.
So what I still don't understand. I know rugby's obviously a religion over there, but what are the punters? What are those experts saying? Like your calls that are coming in. What's the common theme there? You reckon that the country's not happy with, because they still won. They've retained the Bledisloe. Yep. Like we would love to have won by 3 points. We would love to have won by 0.3 of a point. Like it didn't matter. What's the issue over there?
The issue is we don't have this bomb squad. Like South Africa's killed all benches now because you've got to be able to Beaver bomb squad, or else you're not doing your job. So the punters are coming at us about that. Damien is copping it from absolutely everywhere.
Yep.
And the halfbacks were copping it, but now Cortez has settled everyone down there.
Yep.
The country's still divided over Sammy Kane, and they think that there's someone better there too. So, and then leadership and all the rest of it. So.
Sounds like you're in crisis, mate.
Yeah, what is going on?
You've just retained it for the 22nd year and you're in crisis.
The place is blowing up.
I'd love a little shift in gears. Did you watch cartoons when you were younger? No, this is one. You're one guy I really want to ask this question to. So when we just say, like, when you're younger, like, there's cartoon characters maybe that used to turn you on sexually. We've got our own choices and we've done them. So for me, it was April from the Ninja Turtles. Do you have one that you used to be attracted to?
I would have probably leaned down April because I was a massive Ninja
Well, she's
Turtle
mine,
fan.
so you got to get another one.
I'm trying to think of any other female option.
Well, so Drew went Pocahontas.
Yeah, Pocahontas.
Jasmine from Aladdin.
I think I was Jessica Rabbit. I think I change every week.
Yeah.
I was going to say Daffy, but...
Daphne's a good shout.
Yeah, that's where I'm probably leaning. And the chicks off the Flintstones weren't too bad either.
Oh, Pebbles. Oh, no, I think she was a bit young, actually. Was that the kid? Although we would have been young at the time. We would have been young at the time, so that's fine. Yeah, Wilma.
Wilma and Betty. Betty?
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I think Betty more so.
I get it.
Yeah, not Pebbles. Not Pebbles.
No.
Not Pebbles.
Yeah, I get it. They were kind of that rustic sort of, hairy legs and because they were cave women.
Could be that wholesome hairy
wholesome
beaver
hairy
that we were talking about.
Yeah, fair enough too. Hey, the Aussie side, we saw leaps and bounds. We think on the weekend, obviously the week before or the game before, 67-27. Is there a bit of chat in New Zealand that Schmidt's getting this Wallabies boat heading the right direction?
Yeah, there is a fair bit, to be fair, and I guess Joe Schmidt was probably made for it, the job. But yeah, it was an interesting one. I don't know what you guys are saying, but like with 20 minutes to go, I thought, they're going to get close. And 10 minutes to go, I thought it was Aussie's game. The fact, like down to 13, the All Blacks, I was legitimately thinking this is done. And I mean, my radio show today would have been even 10 times worse than what it was. But I honestly thought it was gone when they were 13 down. I reckon probably tactically a couple of things that they might have had their time again around calling a 5-man when you've got a 2-man overlap in the back division. I don't quite know about clogging that up and things like that. If they had their time again, I reckon they might have gone a different route. But no, I mean, they're making progress as far as I think from this year goes. I mean, how they performed against the Boks wasn't too bad. I thought they were good games of footy, to be fair.
Going back to the All Blacks, Beaver, are you seeing any progress there? Like, I want to, from your kind of analytical perspective, I know there's a lot of heat and a lot of criticism back home on the All Blacks, or the current squad anyway. Are you seeing anything they're doing well that's improved from previous years? Like, I mean, let's not be too much of a negatron about, performances of both teams. What are you seeing that's positive of that current group?
There's a couple of young forwards who have just come on unbelievably. Satiti, who I don't think he had a proper contract at the start of the year for the Chiefs. He might have just been a wider, got a crack, and then just played the house down towards the back end of Super. And now he's first pick, I reckon, for the All Blacks. And Tupou Vaa'i, I guess, with about a week to go in Super Rugby, everyone was thinking, who are our 4 All Black locks going to be? And Tupou Vaa'i's been there a while, but his performances against the Boks and then again against you guys in the weekend, I thought was pretty awesome. So guys like him, Satiti, and the young props that are starting to emerge, and big Tamaiti and what have you. So no, there's plenty of excitement around them, and obviously Cortez Latama had a game that at halfback there that I'm pretty sure will set him up now and let sort of the confidence build that he sort of belongs there.
Mate, what about looking forward this weekend, playing in Wellington, where the All Blacks, don't have the greatest record recently in Wellington? So, are they vulnerable for us Wallabies to maybe just square the ledger 1-1? Obviously, you guys retain the Bledisloe, but are they vulnerable?
Well, that's what they're saying. The chat is we can't win in Wellington. So let's talk about shifting the game to Eden Park just to try and lock this down. But no, Wellington is, I think, 7 or 8 years we haven't won there.
I get nervous about that when they find a reason or something to play for. Like
when people like us start talking about something, highlight it.
Yeah, where you're saying, they can't win there, and then the All Blacks just put on a clinic. So,
why is it, Beaver? Why do you guys lose in Wellington? What's going on there?
Well, I know myself. I used to have the shits every time I went to Wellington because I couldn't goal kick there. But I mean, Wellington's not alone on that front. But horrible place to goal kick. It's good to see. But
windy.
Yeah,
but when you look at it, right, like Geordie Barrett plays all his Super Rugby there, and then he'll be most likely.
He's out.
I saw he's in a knee brace. But like previous games, though, right, when he gets the tee, and you'd think some of those guys would actually be quite familiar with it.
Well, it's the same reason why we always want to Eden Park and never lose there. It's probably the reverse in Wellington. I think teams must start believing it. I don't know why, but I think they start believing into it.
Yeah,
we had an interesting chat on Thursday. We were at an IHG event and we had 4 Wallabies. So we had Nick White, we had
Isaac O'Lear, Josh Nasser,
and Frosty.
Yeah.
And we were chatting about, because supposedly, I was thinking on Saturday they were the perfect rugby conditions, 23 degrees, not much of a breeze, beautiful sunshine. And we got into this very deep chat about what is the perfect rugby playing conditions. And each player, because they played a different position, had different temperature, different wind, different light.
Yeah, the bigger boys want it cold.
Gee, that weekend.
Overcast.
The weekend's game, Saturday, perfect for me.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
So, and because NASA was saying doesn't care as long as there's no wind. because he's obviously throwing the ball in. And then Beaver, is there perfect conditions for you playing? What's your temperature?
Temperature for me would have to be about 16 or 17 degrees. Just sweaty palms. Didn't want to get sweaty palms as far as the passing goes. So
vomit on your sweater already.
I reckon the drizzle's the worst. Light rain. Because you don't pick it up on the camera. And everyone's going, geez, he can't pass today. But the ball's actually really slippery. And your mindset's a little different because it's light rain. You still play a little bit like it's dry weather. Whereas if it's pissing down with rain, you're more careful with your actions. So I always hated light drizzle.
I don't mind the drizzle gets because then, like, if you're not as skillful, if you're as skillful or lack of as me, you can just be a hungus at 10 and just tuck. And you just blame
you love that off a line out. That tuck step. I'll be waiting for it. Here he comes.
Well, speaking of conditions, what's the perfect whitebait conditions? And let's go back to that story when you got called off your dinghy in 2011. Did part of you think, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to go and play footy here. I'd rather stay out here, keep sinking tins and catching whitebait?
A lot of people say the different thing about saying no. No, I never thought about it. But to your point, Drew, I took the call and, there's like that 5 minutes of sort of bravado. Yeah, sweet. They finally got me back in there. And then you're driving up there on the motorway and you realise, oh, shit, I am actually going to have to play rugby. You haven't run for about 7 or 8 weeks. You haven't kicked the ball for 7 or 8 weeks. And it's going to be quite serious when you get in there. So there was a real reality check there, to be fair. I didn't know what I was quite walking into.
Could you feel the pressure of New Zealand watching you and going, like, you're at home here? If you stuff this up, we will come at you with pitchforks. Could you feel that?
Well, it's funny you say that because after I think your last win against the All Blacks was my gift to Australia and Hong Kong. So I hadn't had a pretty rough year. So as far as the pitchforks and people coming for me, I thought it couldn't get any worse. So I sort of took a lot of pressure off myself by just having that mentality.
That would have been a tough year for you, and I can't imagine the amount of sprays that you copped, or I guess how you felt from reading whatever media articles or hearing from punters in social venues. But tell us a bit what happened after that final. Obviously, you got the chockies and you became the hero again. Was there? I mean,
it was a movie.
There's a movie, right?
Did that come out?
There was a New Zealand stage movie. It's not on Netflix or anything like that. But
who played you?
A guy called David Delectable, and I don't know if you boys have seen. There's a big show over here, the Westies, and it's based on out west in Auckland, a pack of bogans, and it had plenty of series. But he was the main actor, David Delectable. A lot of the boys actually got quite shitty about who played them and the resemblance and whether or not they did a good job of them. Unfortunately,
if it was to head to Hollywood, who would be the actor to play you? You think?
Well, a lot of people lean towards Rowan Atkinson.
No, I would go. Who's that? Is that Gerard, the guy from
Gerard Depardieu?
Gerard
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, I'd probably go Gerard Butler for you, mate.
Yeah, that's not bad. Is that the Scotsman?
Yeah, appreciate it. Take it.
Yeah.
Who would you pick?
To play Beaver?
Yeah.
I'd have him. He's natural.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. I've seen him do stuff on his radio. Even the way he talks up the All Blacks, you can tell he's a good actor.
Beaver, after winning that final, did you ever walk up to Dan Carter and say, sorry, mate, the number 10's mine now? Or
I'm the captain now.
Yeah. Was there ever a chat between you guys, or did you just hand it over?
Look, I said, DC, I'll take the awkwardness out of us. I'll just go to Bath and you just stay on, mate. You stay on and just do your thing. But no, to be fair, DC was very good. The 4 or 5 days afterwards, it's fair to say it was a heavy 4 or 5 days. So there wasn't much talk about that sort of thing. But no, I just thought it'd be best to leave on that note. Probably can't top it, to be fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, you guys played Barbarians with
Yes.
Beaver. What year was that?
We probably said that for you. When was that? Was that 2010?
That 10. That was the devil year where I was just trying to prolong my stay away from New Zealand. That was after the Hong Kong test, so I was just trying to stay up there.
He gave it a fair crack. I think he was trying to that week. He's going heavy on the drinks.
So who was 10 out of you two then? Were you the 12?
No, I was 10.
No. Yeah. I was just killing a week, as I said. What's the place that you gave you and they left the pirate?
Oh, Mahiki.
Oh, yeah. Mahiki with all the straws.
Yeah. Treasure chest.
What a spot.
Yeah, never been.
We also played Beaver the next year. Didn't we play you when we played the All Blacks? You were starting 10, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Because I was fullback and I'd also had a pretty big week that week. And they said, if you drop a high ball, you're straight off after the week you've had. That was the jersey presentation. Oh, thanks, coach. Yeah, great. And then you put up a high ball that must have come off your shin because it was not end over end. It was moving so much. And then it bounced about 10 metres away from me. So I didn't actually, legitimately, I didn't drop it. I mean, I was trying to get under it. I couldn't pick the landing. But, yeah, Beaver, some of those high balls, even at the Chiefs, I mean, it's like, I don't know, it was an absolute doozer.
Yeah.
I'd like to take some credit for it, but it's just how they came off. It was all accident.
Now, we keep talking about this 2010 Hong Kong Bledisloe. Should we go through it a touch just for people that...
Sure. We actually don't know what's coming here, Beaver, so...
No. It's just you keep mentioning it. So you missed touch, right, Beaver? And
Yes. Yeah.
Mate, we haven't brought him on to fucking...
No, obviously there's people at home going, geez, I'd like to hear that story. I mean, Beaver keeps referencing it. Who would like to talk us through it at the end of the...
Well, I think you've got the cheat sheet.
No, all I've got's that.
I was up against Beaver, so I was like, he was amazing. He's great. He's always been great.
Did you say anything? I mean, you're renowned for...
we never really got lippy with each other, did we?
Nah.
It was always, he was pretty physical. Like as a 10, he liked to carry the ball and get physical. So for me, when I play Beaver, you try and just move it away from him a little bit. Just keep quiet, keep moving.
And was that...
I don't really remember specifically. I knew that you scored a try, I scored a try.
James O'Connor.
James scored in the corner, then kicked the goal in the end, and then we all just carried on after it. I don't really remember too many. I didn't even...
Well, it sounds like Beaver remembers it.
I don't actually even remember Beaver not missing, not finding touch, or I don't have great recollection.
That's what we're learning on this show every week.
Guys.
But you had a good week in Hong Kong, didn't you, Swoop?
Yeah, we've spoken about it, yeah. Have we? We're not on the show. We'll go through it. The fair to say I was playing with a fair bit of anxiety that weekend. We all were, potentially.
Yeah.
A lot to be said for that. Got us the win over the All Blacks.
It's always tough. Whenever we played the All Blacks up in Hong Kong, it was around Halloween, so we kind of just got distracted a little bit.
And the Bledisloe was done too, as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chat today, Beaver, in Australia, that the Bledisloe Cup should again be over 3 matches.
Yes.
Is that being pushed for in New Zealand as well? Or is that just happening here because we lost?
It got brought up today, and I mean, as the boys will tell you, the only thing 3 games did to us was make that interview tour about 2 months long, wasn't it? We tacked on either a Hong Kong or a Tokyo. I think it was Tokyo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you get another game like we did in the weekend, then you definitely want 3 games, don't you? And I mean, it is a bit rough on whoever doesn't have it. You got to try and win.
Yeah, but like when we lost it in 2003, it was over 2 games. So, like, New Zealand were able to beat us twice, so they then deserved it. So.
I just think, like, the Bledisloe Cup should always be a 3-game. Like, wherever it is throughout the year, whether they bring one forward and play an Anzac Day game or something, just 3 over the course of the year. Maybe not sort of, concurrently like they are at the moment, but I just think 3 over the course of the year, they've got to be done.
Yeah, but it just adds to the end because you've got... In this Rugby Championship, you play everyone twice.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe on Anzac Day.
Yeah, well, then you're going to have to trim a game in there somewhere. It's a big year for the boys.
Oh, please. They're fucking playing 16 games of Super Rugby and,
Well, I'm all for the boys.
And all these players get rested throughout the course of the year, and then what are they resting them for? Like, come on.
Harden up? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well...
Not in my day.
You paid to play, so play.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing that. Hey, I'm conscious of Beaver's time here.
Yeah.
So there's a little question that you would often like to ask our guest.
Oh, yeah.
I've got one. If you'd like to, I can hand it to you.
Okay, no,
Have you got one?
So, Beaver, we'd like to play a start one, bench one, drop one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to throw 3 10s. I've got Richie Mwanga, Bowden Barrett, Do I go him or DC? And Damien McKenzie. Okay, I'll go those three. Yeah, it's current. Yeah, Richie Mwanga, Barrett, McKenzie. Start one, bench one, drop one.
Well, it seems Damien is a business partner of mine. He starts every day of the week.
Nepotism,
And-
like it.
What's the business there, Beaver?
It is our premix vodka drinks, Grins.
What's it called?
Grins.
Grins, nice.
As in the smile.
Oh, because he does. Is that why he does the smile when he kicks the goal? Or is
Yeah,
that why you
I'd
name
like
the drink?
Look, they go hand in hand. Drink.
Yeah, chicken and egg. Chicken and egg.
I told him keep smiling. See, we've got this business going now.
Yeah.
And then obviously Bodie, he's the best he's ever been off the bench, so he comes off the bench for me.
So see you later, Rexy.
Unfortunately, at the moment.
He delivered that like cutthroat.
I know,
love it.
it's really good.
Everyone else sits on the fence. I don't want to offend him. And you're just like, oh, fuck it. He's on the bench. he's cut.
And I love that his decision was made based on cash.
Yeah.
I'm in a
you
partnership
got
with
it.
this bloke.
Yeah, that's what Gits
He
can
doesn't
appreciate.
respect that. I love that.
Now, the other thing we like to do, Beaver, is our three gents here. You've played with them, against
Yes.
them, the whole lot. So Adam Ashley-Cooper, Drew Mitchell, Matt Giddo, start one, bench one, drop one.
With the same ruthlessness.
Hang on, what position?
No, it doesn't matter what position.
You just need them in your
You
side.
can make it work.
Coops was outside of Mort like the most difficult Australian for me to tackle, and so he starts.
Yes, Beaver.
Yeah. And then I'm not playing. I'm coaching, so I need a social partner. So I just flip the coin on these two because one's going to come socially. Well, you both come because you're going to be on the bench and not playing. So, Drew, you're going to be on the bench.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a win.
Mate, we used to towel up the Chiefs all the time. There's more to it.
Straight back on the front
Yeah.
foot.
No, I
Is that
respect
your
the decision. It's
first
good.
non-selection?
No, I got
Second.
cut by Habsy. Remember, Habsy gives back to the kids.
That's right.
The BH Foundation.
Yeah. Charitable, you reckon?
Yeah.
Very, very good. Hey, Beaver, I don't know how much more time you've got. We do have a quiz, a Beaver quiz. If you've got, say, 5 to 7 more minutes. Are you happy to do that quickly for us?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Let me just find it here. If you've been
Have you
watching...
got a grins around there that you can suck on while... No?
I actually have.
Yeah, go on. Grab a grid.
I think you should, mate. Yeah. Give us a look at the can.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
There you go.
like,
And is
hula
it just
hooping.
the one flavour or you got a couple there?
No, shit, no. We've got about 5 flavours.
Talk me through 'em.
What's the percentage on that little bad boy?
5.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. And look, I'm not trying to sell to the Australian market because we're not in there. But you guys are big on your south over there, which
Yep.
is essentially just flavoured water. What we're offering you here in an RTD format is just more flavour.
Yeah.
And
Get the
and
can
still on
up.
the same health
Give us a
benefits.
grin.
Still on the same health benefits.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It is with an S. I thought it'd be with a Z, like trying to be cool.
Yeah.
But
No.
I like how you stayed uncool.
Yeah,
Like
we
how they
could
say-
have pulled off.
Like how they say grons.
Yeah, gruns.
Yeah.
Guts.
Yeah.
All right, Beaver, you ready for your quiz? Actually, Tommy's
Alright.
told me that you can compete today. Normally the guest gives away the answer, but Tommy, our quiz master, has told me that Beaver will be competing.
Okay.
As a general rule, Beaver, Swoop tends to win for some reason.
Well, I haven't won for a while.
Oh, yeah, Drew's won the
Oh,
last
hold
Who's
on.
couple.
dominated the last couple?
But I normally say, Swoop, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
All right.
So,
The topic today is beavers.
Beavers.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, beaver.
definitely going to win.
As we all know, Stephen's nickname is Beaver. So this quiz is all about our furry little friends. What date does International Beaver Appreciation Day fall on? Swoop, don't say every day. Question number 1, A. Question number 8. Answer number A, 7th of April. B, 10th of March. C, 23rd of October. Or D, every day. Am I right? Swoop.
I'm going to go October 23. Kind of aligns with the...
I'm going to go March.
March. Gits.
Yeah, October, I think.
October,
Around
Beaver.
Halloween.
I've got a funny feeling it's October.
7th of April, everybody. Nobody wins. Steeler wins.
Wonder why.
Do you know why, Tommy? No. That's when they're horniest. Stephen Donald's playing weight was 96 kilograms. How many average-sized North American beavers would it take to make up the weight of one true beaver? 4, 5, 6, or 1? Obesity also is a problem in the North American beaver community. 4, 5, or 6?
6.
6. Yes, Hugo Gits.
I'm just trying to pick up a beaver. And then, so I used to pick him up pretty easy on the field. I'm going to go with 5.
I'm going to go
beavers.
5 too.
5, Beaver.
I was going to say 6, and 96 is being very kind to me. That was probably many years ago.
The answer is 5. Ding, ding, ding. Well done, Gits and Swoop out to a lead.
Yeah, fudge it.
Question number 3. What is the collective noun for a group of beavers? A family, a pod, a colony, or a bloody good time? You're up, Gits. You're first.
Oh, you're kidding. It's a colony.
Colony, Beaver.
Colony.
Swoop.
Colony.
I would go colony, but just to be different, I'll go a family.
It's a colony. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, everybody. 2, 2, 1, zip. Okay, question number 4. Beavers are the second biggest member of the rodent family. What is the biggest? Is it A, the capybara, B, the porcupine, C, the muskrat, or D, friend of the show, Nick White?
What was the first one, Pop?
It was a capybara.
I'm going the capybara.
Yeah, I say Cape.
Oh, dear.
Capybara. Yeah, I'll go with Biv.
What was the last one? Third one, sorry.
It is a muskrat.
Another muskrat.
Muskrat and beaver.
Yeah, it's a porcupine.
Capybara.
Yeah, capybara.
I like
South
how you
America,
delivered
isn't
that,
it?
though, with a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I only know that because I call my kids rats, and my son, he's getting quite big. So now you got to change him. He's a capybara. Or capybara, that's why I say that.
I was once at the zoo and a capybara pissed on a whole school group because they do projectile urine.
Oh, wow. They must be able to piss as long as Swoop. Swoop has phenomenal
What
bladder,
sort of
like, for a
distance
long time.
Do you do?
Not distance, just time.
Time? How long do you go?
Migration. Oh, well, I call it a guess will often ask me how I went. I'll either say it's a 2 or a 3 pisser, which means if I'm pissing, it's 2 blokes coming in and leaving. If it's a 3 pisser, I'll piss with one, he goes. Second bloke comes in, he goes, and the third guy.
And I've witnessed him finishing at the same time as a third
Yeah.
fella.
Must be just the tightness of my urethra.
Does it make a sound when it comes? Does it do it?
Yeah, it's got a fairly high pitch.
Does it?
No, it sounds delicious when I'm there.
Oh, what a good show. All right. What do beavers eat? Is it A, small fish, B, water-dwelling insects, C, grass and roughage, or D, hard wood?
Oh,
Who's up first here? Beaver? I think it was Beaver's turn first.
Hard wood, isn't it?
Hardwood.
I think so.
Grass and
Grass
Roughage.
and roughage.
Yeah.
Swoop.
That's right.
Grass and roughage.
Yeah, I go the roughage. Although I do like hardwood.
It is hardwood. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
Beaver.
wow. Well done. Damn it.
Which means congratulations to you.
Thank
For
you.
3. That is a win for Gits. Beaver, thank you so much.
Anyone happy for me? There we go.
Oh, there we go.
I am.
Yeah,
It's
come on.
probably your first this year, right?
First in a while, yeah, since
Well
I've been back from...
Well done, son.
Hey, Beaver, thank you for coming on so much. I know it's been a long day for you talking all things rugby. Have you got a quick prediction, maybe a score for next week in windy Wellington?
35-18.
35-18
To the Wallabies.
Wallabies.
To be all back in.
And also a prediction, how many more grins are you going to have now that you've started?
It's tasted real good, and as you see, I've worked hard today, so maybe another dozen, I reckon.
Boys, before we let Beaver go, what are your predictions quickly for Wellington? Swoop?
Wallabies by 3.
Yeah, I was going to say turn around. Wallabies by 3 also.
Yeah, and Gits?
Wallabies by 17.
Love it.
Right, there you go.
Punchy. Beaver, that's your time. Thank you so
Wait
much.
a minute. You've got to get yours in.
Oh,
That's why I went 17. I kind of
I
took your
I
thunder.
joke about this. I honestly think the All Blacks are going to forfeit. I think they are terrified.
There's talk of it.
They're not turning
There is
up.
talk.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to play Wallabies A versus Wallabies B. Shirts and
Who wins
skins.
that?
Oh, Wallabies A.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And after this, just send us your the text hotline number, and we'll send in a couple of things to your radio show over the next few days.
8833, join the positivity.
Very, very good. Thanks, Beaver.
Thanks, babe.
Cheers, guys.
So, Beaver's gone now, and this is the bit where we gush about what a great guy he is.
Yes.
Good fella.
Oh, I get what you're doing there.
No, I was leaving it up to you
started
guys.
you started the rolling, and he's tried to act like we pretend like we like him. We actually love him. He's a good fella.
No, I opened the door for you guys to say what a great fella he was.
Yeah, but you made it sound like we weren't
No,
on.
Don't get up in here, mate.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on. You're right.
Not up
you
here,
got
mate.
me.
Yeah.
Right. It is time now. Hey, you know who's back on board, and we're pumped for this.
Yep.
Beef Eater are back on board. The best barbecues in the galaxy. I had 3 barbecues on the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Every time, what, sausages? Every time?
Sausages. Then I did a flounder.
Yeah.
And
Rissoles? You love your rissoles.
I do love rissoles. And
You
we did
flatten
some
your
burgers.
rissole, or you just keep it nice? And
Isn't a flattened rissole a burger?
what's up to you, mate?
Yeah. No, different ingredients, I think.
Is it?
Because you got that green stuff in a rissole.
Fantastic. Now, Beef
Parsley.
Eaters.
Whatever.
Oh, is there parsley in it?
I don't know.
So I digress.
Super Sizzler, thanks to Beefeater.
Hey, they're back on board, and they are back on board for the Super Sizzler segment brought to you by Beefeater. Just a reminder, it is summertime. You should be buying your Beefeaters in particular. Get to Appliances online to get your Beefeater barbecue and your Beefeater fridge thanks to them. Right, let me ask you this, gents. We've just chatted to Beaver about that Bledisloe on the weekend. I want you to give me a Super Sizzler, the best performer from that Bledisloe. Gits, you go first.
Well, I'm going to go the Wallabies. I thought Tom Wright, he was pretty special.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, with the ball in hand, he just played with a lot of confidence. He looked threatening every time he had the ball, and he offered a lot of variety, I think, for Noah and the outside backs to get a bit of width. So I'm going to go with Tommy Wright.
Has he got a...
I think he got one in Super Rugby.
I think he might have got a couple.
Did he?
Yeah, but the test ones, they just burn a little bit better.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
good. The good
So he
ones.
doesn't have one of the test ones.
Terrific. Congrats to Tom. Who would you like to go for your Super
I'm
Sizzler?
also going to go from the Wallaby camp, purely just to reduce the shipping cost. I'm going to go Fraser McWright, back in after being injured.
He did no McWrong.
50-22. He scored a try, but also just his work rate around. And I just think he's a good little link between the forwards and backs, and he's just he's a class player. Fraser McWright.
And has he got it? Well, he's got a stack, actually.
Yeah,
We gave
but
him one
not
every week.
Yeah, not
test
not
ones.
a test one. These are actually coming to gold tinge.
Do they? Wonderful. Congrats, Fraser. You've got one coming. And you, Swoop?
Harry Wilson.
I was going to go Harry.
Were you?
Yeah. Well, I was going to go Fraser, and then I was going to go
Oh,
Harry.
of course you were. Shitload of run meters.
Yep.
Didn't miss a tackle on the weekend. Just a really solid performance.
Okay. Can you talk for a bit longer so I can come up with one?
Sure.
And a good anthem. Good anthem.
Good anthem.
Yeah, you like his anthem?
Yeah, he belts it out.
Doesn't he build it?
You got to.
Mate, I was down the field with Defender, of course, and I could hear him loud and clear. Got me going. I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh."
Hey, mate, I'm telling you, inspirational leader.
Yep.
We spoke about it in the match review, Swoop. You would have loved it. They were talking about the last conversation he had with the referee, how polite he was.
Yeah, that was a lovely exchange, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mine is the great James Slipper.
Oh yeah, of course.
140 tests, got
Yep.
it done, the most capped Wallaby. Unfortunately, took a bit of a head knock early in there and had to go off for an HIA, but amazing scenes, friends, family, everybody there, so well done. Slips, you all played with him. Does
Yeah.
he have a barbecue?
Not one of these ones.
Not a 141.
Very, very good. That was Super Sizzler, proudly brought to you by Beefeater. That is wonderful. Now, gents, we do need to talk about that other epic result from the weekend. The Los Pumas, the Win Pumas, managed to get it done against the world champion Springboks, 29-28. We were all watching it on Saturday morning. Money LeBock had that kick reasonably in front, would you
Yeah.
say? Gits?
Yeah, he's a little quick on it. Even when he hit it, I thought, oh, he's hooked that. And I think he did. He hooked it.
Yeah, because the camera angle on the broadcast, you couldn't quite see until they.
No, but the
Didn't
actual
put their
kicking
phone up,
action, he
yeah,
did
you
look a
would've
little
seen,
quick. Yeah.
Is that it for him? Will we see him in the Springboks
Oh,
again?
you don't know. Like, from listening when we obviously interviewed Brian Abana, he was saying how Russie's pretty cutthroat. They've got a lot of depth there, so it might keep him in the squad. I don't think you'd want to discard him because he's still a good player. He offers some great things for the team. Obviously, I think you touched upon it, Drew, that goal kicking is probably...
Yeah, it's probably been the one area where he's been
Yeah.
questioned for a little while, and this is just, unfortunately for him, just hasn't done anything to silence those critics in that area. So, and obviously the form of Sasha
Feinberg.
Feinberg,
Ngom
Ngom,
Zulu.
Zulu,
Yep.
and obviously then Andre Pollard coming off the bench now as well. So like, they've got depth, and we'll see.
Swoop, 17-0, they were up, the Boks.
Yeah, after 13, 14 minutes.
Yeah, and they were
I mean,
absolutely cruising.
To crawl back after being down 17 after such a short period of time to make it competitive before the half, like that's against the best team in the world. That's a spirited performance.
It's becoming a little bit like, basketball, how they get up by 10 points and you're like, a few years ago it was almost like, well, the game's over. Whereas now 10 points is nothing in basketball. the NBA. Like rugby's starting, like the internationals are starting to get that way. All teams can attack really well.
Yeah.
It's just defensive
Frailties.
lapses that they're capitalising on. So 17-0, you look at the All Blacks were up 21-0 and we were able to crawl back into it. So I think, those leads aren't as safe as what they used to be, I think.
Yeah.
And this is a Los Pumas side that is building every week, that people are really starting to stand up now and go, these guys are really good.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to give them the credit, right? Like, it's the first time ever in a rugby championship, they've beaten all 3 other oppositions. New Zealand in New Zealand, us over there, now South Africa over there. Probably just not as much sort of kudos being paid to them over the last period of time. Semi-finalists in 15, semi-finalists in 23. They've been building almost like quiet achievers along the way. Like probably just not getting because there's been sort of the Frances and the Islands of last year, and then South Africa win the World Cup. New Zealand are sort of always there or thereabouts, but Argentina have been doing some good things for a long time. But maybe we just haven't given it enough attention.
Yeah, internally they'd have massive belief, and I just reckon it's not the right thing. But if teams had lost to Argentina previously, they're almost like, you'd had a shocker. They don't give them the credit on Drew's point. They're playing a really exciting brand of rugby. They're probably out of everyone that I've seen play the All Black South Africa this year with that rush defence, they dealt with it, I thought, the best. Changing the point of attack, attacking both sides of the ball, and it caused a lot of issues for the South African D when they try and put that pressure on and rush.
Now, Tommy's stumbled across a very good stat. Let me give you this one. They only carried the ball as the Los Pumas 70 times in the whole match, and they had 230 post-contact metres. That's only 6 metres off the Springboks post-contact metres, but they carried the ball 127 times.
Yeah. Wow.
4 tries from only 70 carries. That's pretty amazing.
Argentina like to play in a bit of chaos, right? Like it's not as structured. It's a bit off the cuff. It's a bit intuitive, but by doing that, it just I don't know that they just seem really comfortable in that area. And we're talking about in the review where South Africa really like that set piece to set piece type of play, whereas Argentina look really comfortable when it's really unstructured and fractured and they just sort of their offload game, but then they put themselves in positions to keep the ball alive and they move. Not so much move them around, but they make the defence make decisions, and all of a sudden they become unstructured, and it's just not as, I guess, uniformed as what South Africa are used to, or where they dominate. And I think that's where they got their pay.
It's good to watch though, Swoop, isn't it? Like they toss it around. I don't know if being 17-0 down also meant, let's just throw it around here, see what happens.
Well, I reckon also the fact that South Africa played that way and got easy points early, and then they continue to play that way. But by playing that loose style, it suited Argentina. They just didn't get their hands on the ball early.
Yeah.
When they did get their hands on the ball, South Africa's mindset was still, I think, a little loose because they were up by so much, and that allowed Argentina back into the game. But then the second half, I think South Africa felt this is getting tight now. We need to go back to what we know. That's when they went back to set piece.
The most impressive part about the Pumas closing that game out was in defence. And if you see, there was a really well-connected line. They were getting off the line pretty hard. And getting off the line, you might present a couple of opportunities to the opposition or the attack with some disconnection, but they were all aligned, getting off the line. In those situations, when you're trying to close it out, you're probably a little conservative. You're just focusing on connections and patience. These guys were getting up and getting after it. Says a lot about a pretty spirited team.
Well, not only have they dethroned the world champions in one particular game, they've also knocked them off the top of the world rankings. Yeah. Ireland has now moved into be world number 1.
Yep.
Which, if you're watching Shimmy, I told you they were world number 1. Remember that?
Yeah, you did tell me.
Yeah, I bloody told
Yeah,
you.
but they're all, those rankings. Fuck.
What? No.
How can the team go up when you're not even playing?
They had
it's a guide.
They had a really good training session, I heard.
Yeah, they did.
Well, but let's just refer to it as the world guide.
Yeah,
you don't want to do world rankings?
I mean, every time they're out, there's always
maybe seeding.
conjecture.
Should we go with world seeding? Like tennis, you've got a world ranking which actually shows
it's
every
subjective.
time you play, you grade.
I just don't think the grading of it or whatever, with who's playing against who and how many points they should be, how much weight should be behind it.
I agree. Let's just pin it. And the Wallabies are up there with Ireland and
Yeah. It's an indicator.
Nothing. So tied for first.
It's the world.
It's like a round of golf.
World rugby indicator.
10 teams tied.
What about just top 12 teams in the world?
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah,
just
I'm happy with that.
I love it.
Yeah.
What if you're 13th though?
Well,
You don't love it.
You got to start looking at yourself.
Unlucky 13, mate.
Very good. Well, another game there as well on the weekend. Obviously, Argentina now take on the Springboks in South Africa.
And
Yes.
where they're playing is the home ground of the Pumas. Is that a bit of an omen?
Oh, right. So what needs to happen for them to win?
I
They've
think they
got
have
to
to
win
win
by
by
80 or something?
60, I think it is, plus a bonus point. And South Africa need to not get a bonus point. Also,
Well, if they get 60, they're getting a bonus point.
Yeah.
Unless they get all penalties.
right.
So it's tough.
So we're saying there's a chance.
Yeah,
is what we're
sounds that
saying.
way.
Yeah.
Strange things have happened. Am I right, Swoop?
Always.
I don't know if
Let's
stranger
go
things
back.
than that have happened.
What did you say about the home ground?
The
The Pumas in the Curry Cup.
In the Curry Cup. The Pumas play out of the stadium that they're playing at. Nelspruit.
Thank you, Tommy. Well, good luck to the Los Pumas. Hopefully they can get it done. And
Well, do we hope that? Because
no,
we're-
I just
like South Africa, we also love that country too.
we do. We'll go for another take. Anyway, good luck to South Africa. Hopefully they can get it done. Is that
Well, we
what
just
want?
hope
Do
that
we
the
really
game,
want that?
well, the result of the TRC is determined at the end of the game. Like,
luck.
it's a contest.
Okay.
And we're all in it.
Good luck to the TRC, and hopefully there is a result
better.
at the end of the game. All right. Actually, give me a prediction real quick before I move on.
Argentina by 58.
Oh,
So
wouldn't
just
that
miss out.
just break
Missing
your
out.
heart?
No, I think South Africa will bounce back. I think it would be a markedly different team. The Springboks will go back to a lot of those players that they rested for this game.
Yeah, Eben Esterbet,
Yeah.
he'll become the most capped Springbok of all time. Like
Yeah.
these milestone games, the players that they left behind that they're now going to inject at home, I think they're just going to be too strong.
Swoop.
I think the Boks, but tight.
Yeah.
Nothing out of
Mm.
control.
Yeah, I think it'll still be tight.
Yeah.
I think the Los Pumas, because remember Jean de Villiers was saying that teams work out the Springboks by the second game. Because remember Ireland did? You had another example? Who was it?
Wasn't
Someone
us.
else? Wasn't us?
It wasn't us,
Maybe
and it
the
wasn't South
Italians?
Africa.
I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't New Zealand. So I think
Was it only
he
one
drinking
example that he
that
gave?
show? Yeah, he
All
may
right.
have had a few beers.
Springboks by 5. Fantastic. All right. Hey, you know what we're going to do now? We're going to do match fit. Let's do this. Goodness me, gents, you are looking sharp. Summer is here. It's beach weather or it's river weather, depending on where you're living. We have all been kitted out in the shorts and the T-shirts that Maya can provide. That's Maya, my store, maya.com.au. I'm going to go first real quick. I am wearing a pair of black shorts. They're pretty low cut there. I like to keep them tight.
Black
and
the brand, but they're blue.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's
So
BLAQ,
confusing.
the
Amazing.
brand, but the BLUE, the blue. And then I've gone for a Tommy Hilfiger, just a tee. It is magnificent. It feels really nice on my skin, and I recommend it.
Yeah, I've just gone the basic, plain and simple look. Tommy Hilfiger shorts with the plain white tee by Maddox. And believe it or not, some Tommy socks.
Oh,
Just to give a bit of something.
yeah, it's like, gee, you look casual, and then I look at your socks, and I'm like, oh, well, no, you don't.
Yeah.
All business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready for a meeting.
Straight out of the RMs.
I've gone for a CK top. Really nice and comfortable. Gone for the Tommy shorts. And that's it. It's actually really, it's heating up here down under. And it's quite nice. I need to get a bit more vitamin D, but geez, I feel good in these
Nothing
threads.
healthy about a tan, though.
Well, I think
Obviously safely.
Yeah, if you've got vitamin D is very important, Matt.
It is, I know.
I'm
But
not talking
too
about
much.
damaging my skin cells. I'm
Well,
talking
it
about getting
sounded
a
that
healthy
way.
dose of vitamin D.
You can get a vitamin D lamp for
I'd rather
seasonal.
Stay inside.
I know that
Okay.
you like to stay inside, but
I know a guy.
I need to get outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you Gits?
So Guts has gone with a double Tommy number. Tommy short, but I've just left that cheeky number undone, just because you never know what could happen. And I've gone the Tommy shirt here, which looks a little bit like a flag, but it's not. It just screams class, so I love it.
You all look magnificent.
Yeah, as do you.
Thank
Prof.
you, mate. Big thanks to Maya. That is maya.com.au. Get into store and they will help you with all these brands and you can look as fantastic as us.
Good luck.
Thank you, Hugo. Sting there. We are rolling. Prof needs to get his kids. They're out the front of the daycare again. All right. Hey, Gents, all that is left to do is a bit of NHL's, Northern Hemisphere Legends. Do you want to race through this real quick?
Yeah, like almost like far lap.
Okay, great.
Gotta get the
Do
kids.
the sting,
Talk as
NHL's.
quickly as you can.
Right. Big results. Pacific Nations Cup, the final. The Fijians.
Yes.
41 defeated the
Watch this
Japanese
game.
17. Gits.
First half, obviously very tight. I think it was at Chichibu Stadium there in Tokyo. Very tight. Looked like it was pretty dewy. But then the second half, their class and power, the Fijians, they just blew them away.
Yeah, it's certainly not an NHL, but Fijians, yeah.
It was played in Japan, though.
Oh, was it? Right.
Get the map.
Yeah, but I was thinking Fiji. Pacific Nations, you know.
Oh, here. Yes.
Yep, Fiji, yeah.
Yeah. Bulavanaka. Good on the
Congrats
boys.
to them, Bulavanaka motherfuckers. Women's Internationals.
Yes.
Let's talk that. Drew, Wales 31, defeated for the very first time the Wallaroos 24.
Yeah, so it's been a tough little start to their trip for the Wallaroos. Went over and lost to Ireland and then backed it up with another loss to Wales. But a lot of girls are not available at the moment for the Wallaroos. There's a number of them. Actually, Adiana Talakai and Emily Horse-Robinson were at our show on Friday night. They're going through injury rehab. There's a number of players unavailable through injury and selection. So bit of a younger guard sort of going over there and getting that sort of test experience. But they've just arrived in Cape Town, I saw. So going into the WXV2 tournament over there. So hopefully they come away with a few wins.
And good signs for Wales women's rugby. That's the first time they got it done. So
Yeah, I mean, it's a good sign for them. But hopefully, it's great for World Rugby. You know, it's great for the girls that they actually get the opportunity to travel over. Obviously, Drew touched upon they played Ireland, now they're playing Wales, now in South Africa. So just the more tests, more experience. Hopefully, you know, the girls will qualify for the World Cup and build for that.
very good. Now, Swoop, the Premiership. Well, actually, all the European rugby's back underway. Michael Checker, he got one, his first win for Leicester.
Away game as well
Yeah.
against Exeter.
Bordeaux, your boys got a win too, didn't they, Swoop?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Toulon also
We got one. Yeah, we were away in Paris. We love
It's a
Paris.
tight
They
one.
just finished. Jeez, it's a pretty
Long
grueling
seasons, aren't they?
Yeah, but you come into the start of this a little underdone because you know it's a long season, especially in Europe.
Do you play yourself in like Shaq used to, where he'd come back like
we
40
did.
kilos overweight?
So the week we would come back, we got our first trial because we would play. You've got to give a certain amount of weeks off. But at Toulon, we'd play all the way to the
Because
end.
we go to the final all the time, you know.
And then you've only got a short window where you can go home, you come back, and then when we come back that week, you've got your match amical, which is your pre-season. I think we played. Did you play two of those? Did we play one or two? But you're pretty much straight into it. So you got no match fitness, but everyone's around the same level.
So how many games in a regular season in the top 14?
My first year, I punched out 40, I think.
Yeah, there's 42 the year we won the 42 the year we won the double. We went through the final on both games.
Goodness me. Were you sore at the end?
Well,
nah, not when you win. If you lose, you'd be a bit sore, I reckon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you
Oh,
feel
yeah.
the
I know what
bruise.
you mean.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod, Mac Hansen, he has returned for Connacht.
Connacht.
Damn it.
Connacht. Take
In a
that,
narrow defeat to Munster. Bit of an Irish
That's good to see him back, though.
derby there, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll
Daddy.
slide
Hopefully we
back into
catch
that.
up with him when we get over there. Are we going over there?
Yes.
Sure.
We'll do the full announcement next week.
Okay.
Ollie has to work out a couple of things.
Sure.
We're staying at Ollie's parents' house and they've only got one set of bunk beds. They've got to go to IKEA. They've got to get a second set. But once that's lined up.
Yeah, but the old man's a huge fan of Swoop.
So do you
He
think
met
Swoop
Holiday Swoop at the quarterfinal.
Oh, he did. So do you think Swoop will get into the family bed between him and the missus?
Yeah, almost like me
he
and
was-
Bathurst.
when he was getting billeted.
Yeah,
Right.
billet, yeah.
Okay.
I won't be turning on the waterworks though. I'm straight in.
Yeah, no. Swoop's not upset.
Well, in the event that we can make that happen, then yes, we are. But we are coming to Europe. Stand by for dates. They will be announced next week. Something I did notice up there in the NHLs was the Gloucester players are all losing their hair. Now, I wanted to ask you guys about certain hazings for these European clubs when you go in. Apparently, you have to drink 6 pints of milk. In 8 pints of milk in 30 minutes. In 20 minutes. You have to drink 8 pints of milk in 20 minutes. We'll fix that and edit, Hugo. They won't even notice. And if you don't, you get your head shaved. Then we've got some imagery of it here.
Wow.
Yeah, guys getting their head
Oh,
shaved.
wow.
Yeah, some interesting cuts.
That's loose.
I think I could drink that milk.
8 pints. So what are we talking? 470 mils.
Can you vomit?
Nah,
No, you can't
pint's
vomit.
510.
510.
Now, one of the
Eight of
reasons
those.
I bring that
How
up,
many
and you guys
4
like,
litres.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah, but
He goes 500 mils. 8 of those. He goes, how many litres is that?
Oh, it's a back end of a long
Sorry, mate. I
work
was just trying to
day.
get technical.
No,
5 cent,
but the
Hold
reason I
around
bring it
now.
up, what's that? Another sponsor? Yes, lots of sponsors because we're trying to pay to get to
Gloucester.
Europe. So, if you need to shave your head, if you're at Gloucester and you've just done the 8 pints of milk in 20 minutes, but you've just had an up and under, then why don't you use Manscaped? Here we go. That's the kit there. Let me get
Throw
this.
me that ball deodorant, would you, Prof?
Sorry, say that again.
There's some ball deodorant in there.
Oh, is it? Just go give the ball deodorant to Gits.
It's not for me.
Oh, is it
You're a
for
bit woofy there.
No, I'm not, Beef.
So let me get this right.
I got a bit of a waft from Swoop when he took his strides off.
There you go. Yeah, Swoop's just using the nose hair trimmer now. That's fantastic. It's the Beard and Balls bundle featuring the Lawnmower 5.0 and the Beard Hedger. A trimmer for the moneymaker and another for the boys downstairs. It's waterproof, reduces ingrown hairs and accidents. Now, you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code KOKO at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code KOKO, K-O-K-O, at manscaped.com. For the premium grooming experience, trust Manscaped.
20% off. They're basically giving it away.
Absolutely.
They're helping everyone. And it's summertime. You don't want to be getting around with your Rubik's Cubes everywhere.
Yeah, you can't have the
Whip
disco
'em off.
stews out the side.
No.
And also, just maybe a little bit around the butthole.
How would you cut that?
Oh, you just get the leg up on the side of the bath and then...
Have you got a shaving mirror or something down there?
No, you just...
Do you use your phone and record it?
Fingers, mate. You feel for it. I'm all about touch.
What a wonderful spot to finish the podcast. Just a reminder, you can find us on X, Insta, and TikTok. We are at Kickoffs and Kick-Ons. We're over 45,000. We might be up to 46, 47,000 now. Yeah.
Will YouTube shut us down?
Well, they've asked us to move to Vimeo.
Yes.
So,
Slow
But we're not
down.
doing it. We're staying.
No, we're sticking with
staying and we
YouTube.
need you to subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Let's get to 50 before the end of the year.
That would be epic.
Let's get 50 before the end of the week.
Well, ideally.
Get on. Tell everybody. Also, our Instagram's cooking. 22.3. Aaron Smith was very good to us. He shared a lot of things. I'm sure Beaver. He'll collab on everything, won't he?
Yeah.
The beaver.
What happens if you type in Beaver?
He's a
into-
greedy beaver. I reckon he'll do it.
Oh, he's a good
He's
man.
always given the beaver.
Also, our website is www.kickoffsandkickons.com. You can go there. Pretty soon, all those European shows and dates will be up. Sorry, Ollie, I've gone a week early on announcing it, but he's giving me the thumbs up. It's okay. Gents, that was a long show.
Yeah.
But we got it done.
a
Beaver
great
was
show.
awesome. Wonderful show. Swoop, you were wonderful. Drew, you were wonderful. Gits, you were wonderful.
Oh, I really thought you were going to say and gets.
No, I
But
can't.
Prof, you were amazing.
You bring wonderful positivity these days. I don't know. what's
Well,
happened.
except for that one part when when you were accusing me of having a go at you.
We'll watch the tape back, Hugo. He went me pretty hard. Gents, that was the show. Let's say goodbye. All that we've left to do.
Cuckoo!
I got to go get my kids. Oh, wow. That is the best video on YouTube. You know what you need to do now? You need to like and subscribe down there. Or if you want extra content, might be down there, you need to go up here or up here and get more of that gear. Thanks for supporting Kickoffs and Kick-Ons, and we will see you very soon.